Well, hello guys. Welcome back to my channel. Um, as most of you have already probably noticed that my channel name has changed a bit. I just simply abbreviated the space dock modeling to SDM Productions. Just simplified it, made it shorter. Nothing too epic or there or anything. I didn't feel the need to do a video on it, but it's time for a change anyway. So since my last update, a lot of progress has been made. I have got the secondary hull is completely together and all the seam lines are taken care of. And good thing is I didn't lose any detail uh, when I sanded all this down, luckily. That came out really good. That was a pretty nasty seam there, and that is almost completely invisible. I have run a fiber optic line, and it's simply attached to a 3mm bright white LED, and it's shrink wrapped or shrink tubed with the fiber optic inside of it. And I took a Sharpie marker and I colored the fiber optic black. I did that for two reasons. I did it. One is because I didn't want the light to be flashing, because this is excuse me, sorry, this is going to be a flashing light that's going to correspond with the nav lights, and I didn't want to see that flashing through the windows, and I also wanted to focus as much light as possible through the fiber optic, so I did that. The only other modification I did, which everyone knows, from my last video, I put this fiber optic in to make the steady on light for the over the shuttle bay. The only other thing I did modification wise on the interior was I put a styrene tube right where the square with the hole is for the wires to come through, right in line with that, and I ran a tube all the way down the neck to where it's coming out the bottom. You see it right there. It's at right up here. And I did that just so when the wires come through from the saucer, there's not a lot of room for them to move around and get in the way of the windows. So I think I did lose maybe some windows by doing that. Maybe one, maybe this middle window right there, I may have lost that one. No big deal. We'll say they're sleeping. I don't know. So did that, and the cells are finished. I didn't do a lot of the video on this because it was a lot of just putting and sanding, and I got that seam down pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. You really can't see it at all. It's not perfect, but once you get the decals on this thing, it's going to totally hide that completely. You'll never even notice it. And then I went ahead and retouched up all the paint work. I added in the fins. They came out good. They went on really easy. And I added in this part here. I'm not sure again what this part is. I forgot, but I got that added in there. No problem. Did I miss a spot there? Can't tell. Huh. Looks like I must have nicked it just a tad bit. Easy fix. I got some steel Vallejo Air. I've been using that for touch-up work on this, so I'll just take a little bit on my brush. Don't need a lot. And I just give that a little. Little touch up there. Perfect. Okay. It's not a complete exact match, but it's close enough to where it'll work. So, quick fix. I also went ahead and got the DSL work painted on the these vents here. I used the same color I did up here for the vents, um, and then I did the windows in the back. I just used some NATO black to paint those in by hand. I was considering changing this color up to um, more of a darker gray, which actually I may actually do that still. I don't know. Now that I'm looking at it, I'm kind of liking this dark color for the nacelle caps. Oh, by the way, these nacelle caps are the 3D printed uh, ones that I found on Thingiverse. And if you're doing this model and you want these caps, these are designed to be as close to accuracy with the CGI version as possible. They are pretty close. There are some differences, like in the hole placement here, but it's not a big deal to me. Overall, they look really close to the CGI version. So I went ahead and printed them up and put them on instead. They look a lot better. So, or you can go with the kit parts. It's totally up to you. I just like those a little better. So, and I got Buzz-R collectors are in. They look good. I'll go ahead and fire this up for you, and we can see what it looks like. I'm pretty happy with it. Like with all models, in hindsight, I kind of wish there's a few things I might have done differently, but nothing that's going to make me regret how this is turning out. All right, now again, the blue on the grills is going to be blown out by the camera. Can't help that. But the blue up here is coming through, looking really good. There's my, you can see my beacon lights there on the top and on the bottom. And then this one's my floodlight that's going to hit the secondary hull. Here's those grills, those nacelle caps. Try to get a little closer here. I think they came out really good. I really like how the top and bottom lights up, just like in the CGI version. And then we have the lights for the registry. And my pride and joy is the Buzz-R collectors. If you're looking at it this angle right now, to me they look like they're spinning, to be honest. With the way the lights are flickering, I'm seeing a circular motion, which is kind of what I was after. So, and you can see the fan blades pretty well, so very happy with that, actually. So that's pretty much that. Now I went ahead and waited to put these on until I was on camera, so I could show you just how these things go on. And I've already dry fitted a couple of times, and they fit great. There's no problems whatsoever. Let's just get in the right orientation here. Isn't that beautiful? I love it. And if I never mentioned what I used for the base color, it was Tamiya's. What did I use? What did I use here? It is Tamiya's Titanium Silver. It's X32. And so, if you hear popping in the background, I have some yahoos out back launching off fireworks for some unpronounced reason, unless it's because of the election, I don't know. But I don't do any political talk on this channel, so I'm not going to even get into that realm. I'm still debating about painting these gray. Now I'm looking at the gray on the caps. I don't know. I might pull these back off and do that. Not sure. But anyway, for video purposes, I'm going to put these guys on, show you how well they fit on. and then if I decide to paint these later, I'll pull the engines back off. These are really easy to paint by hand, so won't be no skin off my back. But another tool I would suggest, and I bought these just for this application, but they work from other applications as well. But I purchased a set. One's curved and one's a straight, extra long needle nose pliers or tweezers. And I did that for the reason of getting into the secondary hull of ships and pulling wires through, or anything I need to reach in pretty far. And I'll tell you, these things are beautiful. They were not that expensive, and I got them off eBay or Amazon, and they have been a lifesaver on many builds. So highly recommend you add this to your equipment list for modeling supplies. Also, if you notice, my camera angle is different. I'm actually changed up, and I put the video or the cam on a tripod right next to me on the floor, pointing at my desk. I thought it was a little better angle to work with. You could see more that way. If you guys like this angle, let me know. If you guys hate this angle, let me know, and I'll put it back to what it was prior. But I think this angle works well. So anyway, enough talking. Let's get to getting these nacelles mounted inside the body, because Lord knows I love to see this thing when it's together. And in my next video I do, it will be the saucer section, and that's a whole nother story in itself. I will say I had to buy another kit because I screwed up the saucer section to the point of that it was not repairable. My fault. It wasn't nothing to do with the manufacturer. It was totally my doings. And yeah, so that'll be a whole separate video on my setback and mistake. So make sure I'm in camera here. Alright, we'll start by just running these things through the hull here. Alright, for some unpronounced reason this is catching. There it goes. And what I'll do now is I'll just reach in here and voila, look at that. Beautiful. Now what I'll do is I'll just pull the wires taut until I can get this thing to line up. There it goes. Alright. So, I'm going to show you how well these things go together. Look at that. Not even gluing this. In fact, the pylons are not even glued to the nacelles at all. They're just friction fit, and they're fitting beautifully. End caps the same way, but then again, these are 3D printed, so they're going to have a tighter tolerance. But the connection points between the nacelle and the body are perfect. It's really a tight fit, and it's locking in nice and tight. I'm not going to think of gluing it. I don't think I need to. Also, this will allow me to, if something were to happen to go wrong, God forbid, and I had to disassemble this kit, I could easily separate the engines from the body and the pylons as well to make repairs. So it's just going to make it easier for me. But anyway, so let's go ahead and get the second one in place. We'll do the exact same thing. Just twist these together a little bit so I can run them through better. I will have to say the engineering of this kit is really quite extraordinary. I love it. Alright. Well, they're not cooperating. Huh, okay. And a little tighter. And I apologize, the little noise you hear in the background also is my 3D printer going, so I'm running a 3D print while I'm working on this. And for some reason, I'm hitting a block in here. I don't know where this block's coming from here. Oh, I think I see where it's coming from. Okay, that wasn't there before. Did it move? No, it didn't move. Okay. Oh, there it goes. Okay. I just had to maneuver it over something. There we go. We're in. Alright, same thing. Locate the bundle. There it is. And we'll just, same thing as before. I'll just kind of slide this. There we go. And same thing. Just give it a nice little push. There we go. And there we have it. Good. Camera. Wow, look at that. Gorgeous. Love it. And the nice thing too, if there's any imperfections in the paint or even the seam lines, I'm not worried about it because when I put the Aztec decals on, they'll cover a lot of my crimes. So by the time it's all said and done, it will look pristine. I mean, no model is perfect. No matter what you do to it, there's always imperfections. Yeah, that's why they say never look at your model up close with the magnifying glass. You'll see every mistake you've ever made. But the key thing with a model is how does it look to the person from a distance? Like right now, I can stand back and look at it just like this, and I'm not seeing any imperfections at all, and it just looks beautiful to me. So, you know, but yeah, that's the assembly of the secondary hull and the main engines, and again, the fit is phenomenal. I love it. Couldn't be better. So that's it for that. I may take these back off and repaint these the gray. I don't know, but for right now, I'm going to say we're done. I probably, let me see. I think what I'll do is before I maybe before I turn it off for the night, I'll give a little quick light test of everything put together here and show you what it looks like. It looks pretty decent actually. I just have to separate this one particular wire because this actually is the strobe light or the nav light or the flashing light if I can get that out for there. So let's go ahead and just get on my wires here real quick. Try not to make this too long of a video. I want to stop at 20 minutes. I don't want to go past the 20 mark. But I do want to kind of give you a glimpse of what this thing looks like when it's all fired up. Alright. Put those together. And it is a little bright, which I could tone that down with a lower voltage, which I may do. I don't know, but for right now, I'm pretty content with what it looks, how it looks now. So, come on, don't attach yet. All right. This thing is going to be running at 12 volts initially. what I do with that later is, I don't know. We'll see. There we go. All right. There's the nacelle or the buzz arc collectors. They're looking really good. They look like they're spinning from my angle, so I'm happy with that. And then, whoops! Don't you dare do that. Almost crossed the wires. There's all the lights. There's my little red light window up here. And then that's the little light for the shuttle bay right there. Yeah. So there it is. So overall, pretty happy. Alright guys, that's it for tonight. We'll come back. Next update, we'll be delving into the saucer section and the whole fiasco with that. And yeah, that's all I can say. It's a fiasco and a half. But we'll touch base with that on the next video. But for right now, I just wanted to show you what I've got done so far and how I did it. Oh, and if I forgot to add earlier, the light inside the nacelle caps has been diffused by using some fiberfill. Basically, it's this stuff right here. If you don't know what fiberfill is, it's the stuff they put in pillows. I got a bunch of it that I've just got over the years, and I take a little bit of that and I stuffed it inside the nacelle caps, and that works as a great light diffuser. But yeah, that's pretty much about it. I want to thank everybody for watching. I want to thank all my subscribers, and hopefully between the next couple of days I can get this build series wrapped up and everything, and then may figure out what my next project is going to be. So until next time, stay safe and have a great night, and happy modeling, everybody. Good night.